Hi, my name is Phil. Welcome to the National Self-Build and Renovation Centre here in Swindon. We are a permanent exhibition centre for everything self-build and renovation. You can find many attractions. We've actually got 4 fully built houses. We have an educational zone. We have over 260 exhibition stands here. If it's something that you're going to need to either build or renovate your house, then we have it here at the NSBRC. Generally, the visitors that come through our door will have a project or they were about to embark on a project, whether it be a new build or a renovation. And they come here for information. Under this roof, 67,000 square feet. We have experts here in-house, so if you want to talk to us about finding land or you may be interested in certain types of heating systems, for example, then we are here to be able to help you. Here we have our renovation house. This is an example of our 1920s Victorian-style terrace house with everything going wrong. Here we show you how we go from this to when we come out the other side and the house is completely renovated and looking fabulous. Typically these houses are attractive to potential buyers because they're very cheap. With a little bit of knowledge and a little bit of money, houses like this can turn into something really quite spectacular.
With many old buildings, we'll find that the water pipes are very aged and you might have a problem with water pressure. You will also have a problem with the volumetric water pressure. Now, if you're putting in modern technologies and modern appliances, you will need to make sure that the water coming into that property is compatible with those technologies that you're using. What we notice with this particular room is that there has been moisture ingress through the walls. The whole bay will actually need to be removed in this particular project, and in order to seal it up, everything gets exposed, and make absolutely sure that we know why the damage had happened. Surveys are a very, very good idea, but it's also very important to rip out as much of the rotten products even before having the survey. It's absolutely imperative to get design right. Make sure you know where all the services come into the building, because if you ever have to change something at a later stage and it's been buried in the structure, you are going to have to undo all of that work that's already been done at a cost of time and disruption. Within the realms of design, you have to start looking at detail. Are the taps coming through the wall? Are they coming through the countertops? All of these little details will have an effect on how you have the ability to be able to change things at a later stage. The more detail that you can give to your installers, the more likely it is that they're going to deliver what it is that you want. The best thing you can do is strip out anything that has any kind of question mark on it whatsoever and start again. Put in new drains, new supply pipes, lag everything to insulate it to make sure there's no condensation on it, and perhaps start looking at quality installers as well. Make sure that the person has a depth of knowledge not only of plumbing but of the specific products that you're going to install. One of the biggest mistakes is to cut corners on expense. Make sure that the products you put in are the best quality that you can get. You want to fit it once, you do not want it to come back and bite you later on.
It's critical that you establish your budget so you can then determine about what you're going to build, how you're going to build it, what you're going to build it out of, and what finishing products and services you're going to be able to afford to make that dream home. A lot of people underestimate the budgets and they're not really sure about how their budget's going to work. We're here to help guide and educate on how your budgets would be used.
Hidden defects are going to be the things that are going to have the biggest impact on your budget. Usually with a renovation, we don't actually know the extent of the costs of the renovation until we've ripped out. Then when we start doing the rebuild, we actually only can get a finite idea and a grip on the finances. The most expensive thing that you're going to change on your project is your mind. So this is your bathroom now. We've stripped out all of the avocado suites and the unwanted elements. We've checked the structure, we've replaced the floor. A lot of the services that come in here do not get reburied into the structure of the building. So what we have to do then is box them in order to make sure that they are discreet. We've insulated on the external walls to avoid condensation risk. The shower has been introduced as a wet room, and planning has to be taken care here as well to make sure that the drain is going to actually allow a runoff of the water. A lot of the backing of the tiling has been redone with waterproofing boarding. We also note that we have pipework coming through the walls to facilitate the showers.
So one of the biggest trends we're seeing in bathroom design these days is a walk-in shower. If you're planning to have products concealed behind the wall, then you need to plan this with your builder or with your bathroom installer. It's quite important to plan where you want your shower head. Do you want it to come from the wall? Would you like it to come from the ceiling? So would you like your controls to be on the wall separately away from the shower, or would you like them to be underneath the shower head itself? I certainly think that a walk-in shower is a good addition to your bathroom, and it's certainly something that would add value to your property. It's really important for us to be here at the National Self-Building and Renovating Centre. We have all our products on display, and we're able to offer advice and talk to customers that are in the middle of renovation or thinking about a new build on their property.
What are the main kind of considerations in terms of the bathroom that people should really think about when they're starting?
We've seen a rise in trends for concealed products behind the wall, so wall-hung toilets that you can see here, and wall-hung basins.
Yeah.
And of course, concealed shower systems where your pipework and your actual shower system itself is all behind the wall. All our products come with a 5-year full parts and labour warranty, and it's within that 5-year period, and it's been installed correctly, obviously, in the first place. We'll send an engineer to fix or repair that product for you. We actually have a life cycle testing centre in the factory where the taps or the single laver basin mixers will be on a stand.
Yep.
A robot will come in, open the product, turn it to hot, turn it to cold, and back down to off again.
Wow.
We do that 220,000 times,
Whoa.
which simulates around 20 years of use. That's how confident we are in the product. Lots of people are considering actually hiding everything behind the wall. Here you have what we call a wall-hung toilet, which allows you to have a more cleaner, a more airy kind of spacious feel about the bathroom. So one of the common problems that we find is a lot of people, they buy a basin and they buy a tap that's potentially too large. So when you open up the tap, the water splashes everywhere. On the website, we have an online tool. We call it Perfect Match, and then we'll give you the options that fit perfectly together so you don't end up with that type of issue. We have a very simple, what we call rain shower smart control system, which you could use for a retrofit in your bathroom. If you removed a current system that was there already, the rain shower smart control box will fit over the top. This has what we call turbostat in it. This is our temperature regulation valve, and this will regulate the temperature of the shower very, very quickly for you, allowing you not to waste water or energy heating the shower up. Smart Control Concealed will have a box that we fit behind the wall, which we call Rapido Smart Box. The Rapido Smart Box controls all the pipework and has all the waterways built in. Here then you have a rain shower head with a jet spray built in. One of the things that we've noticed whilst walking around the NSBRC is that water damage is a huge problem within properties. It's quite important that once you've found those issues and fixed those problems and restored them back to the way they should be, it's a very good option and a very good idea to protect your property against potential further damage or against potential water leaks. GROHE Sense Guard is a product that you would install in your incoming water mains of your property, and this will obviously alert you via the app on your phone of any leaks or any possible issues within the property's water system. If GROHE Sense, for instance, detects a water leak in the bathroom or underneath the kitchen sink, and GROHE Sense Guard will actually shut off the water system for you in your property to prevent any further damage. GROHE Sense Guard will also detect for water leaks and burst pipes, so if it detects a sudden drop in pressure, it will instantly shut down the water system. GROHE Sense Guard will shut down the water system in your property once every 24 hours for around 15 minutes, and it will do a pressure test on the system to check whether you have any micro leaks.
Budget can be blown quite easily if you haven't got the information or the tools or the knowledge. So really figure out what your budget is. You can then determine about what you're going to build and how you're going to build it, or how you're going to renovate it, and what products and services you can have. If there's anything at all that you're interested in, if it's renovation, self-build, please come to the centre and we should be able to give you the information you need.